Now, the good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Alert 3, alert 3.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On second down, it's Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, King. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
First down, a run with Cohen. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check 31. Check.
Now King to throw on second down. Robinson's got it. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23.
That's another Bears first down.
Here we go.
First down at the 23-yard line.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check. Let's go. Time on. Alert 3. Alert 3. 50.
Throwing again. King. He finds Robinson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Come on, switch it. Look right.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Set. Pittsburgh. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Joker.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Ready, set. 45 for Mike. I'm coming.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Bears 3, Packers nothing.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. A give to Williams, running right. Gets past one man. Now, looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Block now to throw. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's complete. Javon Wims, the open man. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Pick the edge. Go, go. Pick the edge.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards and a Chicago 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 8 on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 38 yards on the scamper there. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Now, that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 18-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The kick by Maher is good. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. Now to the air, Rock. And he's got it. It's caught for a peck. Touchdown. From 8 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is off the left upright, but he banks it through. How about that one?
Packers 7. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Come on, D.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Touchdown, Chicago! Torrey Cohen, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. An NFL update, second quarter now in Jacksonville. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now this one complete on the slant route. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. He's going to fire one deep over them, and this will be caught at the 30. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Looking deep for Adams, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games, and now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go.
King on first down. He'll buy some time right. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Cohen. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And his kick here is good. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll run it with Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8
Hey, lock it.
at the 32-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Locke. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line.
Ready.
A gain of 19 yards.
See, we got to get to the ball. Let's get
Packers.
X3, 218, chop. Hey, exit. Get it.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They give it to Williams, running right. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Marr is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's King. From the gun, he'll throw. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. 20! The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. To throw is King. Throwing on 1st down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Ja'Kai Polite showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. 2nd and 14. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. King now, operating from the gun. It's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Off the play fake. King sliding out of the pocket. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Back to throw. King escaping the pressure, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game, as the Bears push further out in front. Looking to throw. King. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
He got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Block now on 1st down. It's caught here by Adams. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Shifts past him at the 45. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Down, 18 Gators.
Here we go.
On the ground, this is Williams. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 43 yards on the ground.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back to throw. King got a man open. It's Wims. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now King looking to throw on second down. He's got it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Steps away to nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Williams. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. King on 1st and 10. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. 2nd and 6. Eluding the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 33.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
The throw over the middle taken in. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Lock now on first down. And he rifles one incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lock. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Lock to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down is Lock. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get in the weight room.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's King. From the gun, he'll throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
We go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is King. Going to throw again. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. And some room to roam now. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Extra point forthcoming. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Williams. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 44-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Williams. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bears, it's a 4th win on the year as they move to 4-9. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's another week to forget as they're going to fall to 1-12 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.